This is the reality of what you can expect to see here. This is how many people wait. So we made it to Nara and we are just outside the viral mochi store. Coincidentally, there was more people queuing or accumulated to record the making of the mochi than actually the mochi itself, which is funny.
Which is kind of sad, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and they put the show on every couple of hours. I did get a little bit of a recording. I managed to just hover the camera over the crowd of people, but yeah, it's really interesting. I think the way it's made. But let's give it a try. It's very powdery on the outside.
Is it like a peanut powder?
Yeah.
It smells like peanuts.
Which is quite strong initially, but obviously inside they've got the red bean filling, so once you kind of hit that, it kind of mixes really well then on the palate. It's very chewy. It's probably not chewy, it's very soft. It's probably the softest mochi I think I've ever had. It literally just it melts in your hand as well. It's very, very soft, but no, it's really nice. You give that a solid 8 out of 10. It's really good.
I feel like we've never had mochi like this. It's very soft.
Did you find the powder on the outside quite strong?
Yeah, and the mochi doesn't really have a taste.
No, it's quite...
And then you can just taste the red bean paste, and this is probably the most savoury red bean paste we've had. But I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. They obviously put a lot of effort into making it.
Yeah.
And it is fun to watch how they make it as well.
Yeah, it's a solid little snack, and it's definitely worth coming here and having and trying it when you come to Nara. So we're here in the McDonald's in the central part of Nara. It's just in this small little strip on the way to the mochi where there's all these food stands and restaurants and different things. It's kind of like a tiny narrow corridor. I think a lot of people would probably ask why do you review McDonald's when you go away? I think it's something that's universally asked by
Is it controversial or is it not controversial to go to a McDonald's when you're in another country?
I personally think McDonald's is kind of unique in a way, and I know that sounds a bit thin because it's so oversaturated, there's so many of them everywhere, but I think it's because it's universally linked. Most countries in the world have one, but also by that token different countries like Japan, it has different food items than it would in the UK, same with America, same with different countries around Europe and Asia and different things like that.
And it's just fun.
Yeah,
it's just fun, guys, to just see different McDonald's and what they offer in different places in the world.
So I might have gone a bit overboard because I think I got 4 burgers. So this is the Shikayaki burger, and I think this is basically the version of a breakfast menu. So it's got bacon, sauce, egg, a patty, and then what looks like caramelised onions at the bottom. It's very soft bread, kind of reminds me of the red bean bun bread rather than your normal McDonald's burger bun. I like the caramelised onions with the cheese. I don't know if it's bacon or not, but it's got more of like a ham texture, and kind of like the spam. And then the egg's cooked really well, and the bun is nice and soft. Yeah, it's a strong breakfast burger, that is. I'd give that a 8 out of 10. So the next one we got is the Ebi Filetto, which is a bone cutlet burger. That is. It's a really nice fish one. I'd give that one a 8.5. So the last thing I got was a McDonald's classic Big Mac. Just wanted to see how the Japanese version compares to what it's like back home. The way that it's been made and the way it's been presented to you is probably better, I'd say, but don't really know. I've never been asked to score a Big Mac. Big Mac standard, solid, say I give Big Mac an 8 out of 10. Next we've got the Teriyaki McBurger. It's just drenched and the bag as well. I'd probably give that one a 6 out of 10. Just a bit too strong with the sauce, I think. stall where you can buy the food, but they are quite rearing and ready as soon as you've got it, so just be prepared, okay? As you can see there, they do swarm. Oh! Oh, that's cute.
Oh, they are biting you. What? Why aren't they biting you very much? He's an aggressive little.
Some are a bit more persistent than others.
The ones with the antlers, guys, as well. It's not just the biting; they do actually stab you with their antlers.
The main thing is watch the ones that have particularly sharp antlers because they'll use them to their advantage.
Yeah, he's got quite sharp antlers.
He's not really that bad with the antlers. He's more biting. He kind of tries to bite my shorts, but they do.
He's bowing to you though, as well.
Yeah, that's more of a bow rather than him trying to jab them. But some will jab them. That's a much more timid one, see?
But I would assume he's younger because look at his antlers.
He's obviously a bigger. The bite doesn't hurt, and mainly they just grab the material of your clothes and then pull. They don't actually bite your. Yeah, he's bowing. They'll just the bites doesn't hurt, but it's just a bit of a shock. I will
also say when you get further into the park, so like where we are now, because more people are spread out, they don't follow you around as much. Yeah. You might have one persistent one we have.
He's the only one that we started.
But when you come straight into the first bit of the park where they actually sell the food, they obviously swarm around there.
Just watch that they don't pull your ears as well on your body.
Or pull your shorts down if you're wearing shorts, guys.
Right. Come on, you've had enough. You've had 4 of these. Yeah, some will follow you around a lot more than others. Others will just leave you be that one.
He's biting your ass.
So we just finished giving the deers our crackers, and it's definitely an interesting experience, I'd say. I wouldn't even say the biting was that much of an issue, to be honest, as much as I've seen on social media. The ones with the males with the antlers, they can give you quite a sharp nudge in the side, and I would probably say that was worse.
Yeah, that was more painful
than the biting. They don't really bite you or your skin, it's mainly just your clothes, and I think it's mainly just to get your attention. I also feel like from observing different people doing it, the worst thing you can try and do is run away from them. You just kind of got to stand your ground a little bit, and
which I did not.
Which meant I didn't panic a bit. No, that was quite a nice experience. I mean, the deer seem friendly. They're obviously very used to human interaction and human contact. It's more about letting the deers come to you instead of, kind of harassing them. I think at the end of the day, it's just about being respectful, and whilst like Mena said, there's no restrictions on the deers moving around. Like I say, they can walk up the road or around to the temple. They are still wild animals, and even though they choose to stay in this area, it's just about being respectful and not treating them as if they're a photo opportunity or anything like that. They are wild animals, and they should be treated with respect. And I think the thing is as well, people forget, because they are wild animals, if you have food that they can eat, they are going to try and eat it.
Yeah, they are going to do everything they can to get that food out of your hand, and if that is hitting you or biting you, that's how they're not domesticated pets, even though they are used to humans. So I guess it's just something to keep in mind. Yeah, just be prepared for it when you come here, because I've seen some people here that have been a bit put off by it, but it's still a wonderful experience. I definitely recommend doing it if you're ever in Nara. Yeah. It's nice to see them all. They all seem in good spirits. They all seem healthy and content. They are a bit mischievous, but as is the nature of animals.
we've just walked around Nara Park, we've been to the botanical gardens, and we've walked all the way up to the shrine. We're just making our way back now towards the central part of Nara where the train station is, and we're going to be going to the Fushimi Inari shrine shortly. It takes about 45-50 minutes to get it from Nara, so we're going to make our way over there now. Of the heat, the height and the claustrophobia probably makes this a little bit daunting.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't realise how small.
They are very small. I mean, I'm only 5'10" and they're not that much far off the top of my head. So if you were a tall person and particularly struggle on these, there'd be a lot of crouching. We're about 25 minutes away now from the top of Mount Inari. Just a side note, if you do want to do this, if you come to Japan, I would say you need a moderate level of fitness. Obviously we're doing it in summer, so it adds to it the heat and the humidity, 35 degree heat. But even in spring or even winter, there are quite inclines to it, so you would still need a moderate level of fitness, in my opinion, to be able to do it. But we're about 25 minutes away now. Not too much left. We managed to clear it pretty quickly, I think. We'll update you when we get a bit further up. So we're going to the Seabus bit now. So we finally made it. This is the observation deck at the top. And that's the view of Kyoto. We finally made it to the top of the summit. As you can see, it was quite strenuous.
Yeah, it's quite a walk.
Probably about 45 minutes, I'd say, from the bottom.
It's also all stairs.
Yeah, it's very steep. In certain parts, some parts it goes gradual, and then it's especially getting up to the top. So just be mindful of that if you want to do it. It's very, very strenuous. But we're gonna, yeah, we did push through. Finally got it. We're gonna make our way down now.
I nearly threw up a couple of times on the way up, so I'm way down. An ominous sound from the crow as well.
Yeah, if you come in here, particularly for photos, I would say the observation deck a bit further down that we got to is probably better.
There's an observation deck about 20 minutes further down from this, which we didn't realise was the point where you can see across. I mean, we could see across Kyoto, but we thought that maybe if we walked further up, they'd be
better shot. But it's very,
it's
very enclosed, and it's a
Yeah.
very enclosed area, so that you can't see anything out. So if you want it strictly for photos and to get scenic photos, the observation deck's better. But we're going to head down there now. Should be set. The sun should be setting soon, so probably get some more shots of Kyoto now when we get further down. I know we got you at about 4:40, so I want to say we started at about 5:15 maybe. So 45 minutes up, 45 minutes down.
You only think that was 45 minutes?
45 minutes for about 35. I reckon about getting dark now. It's about 6. I want to say we started at about. Yeah.
I think we got here at 5-ish.
What, here?
Well, into...
Yeah, that would make sense because it's 25 past now. It's about an hour and 25 minutes to walk up and down. So yeah, we're gonna.
I need a refreshment.
We're gonna head down, down back towards Funari Station. Probably stop and get something to eat and get a bottle of drink. There's quite a lot of stalls that serve food. If they're still open, we'll try them. Otherwise, we'll head back into Kyoto. We'll probably just pick a restaurant on the way there. So. We're just outside the Fushimi Inari Station, and just outside here there's this little mini food hall that has a bunch of different stalls with different things on there.
So I got the strawberry mochi matcha, to give it a go. It's got red bean paste in the middle. I'm just realising actually it's not red bean paste in it, it's matcha.
Yeah, it's the matcha filling.
Yeah, I didn't realise.
You could have red bean matcha, or the other one was on there. So you got a matcha filling one.
Yeah.
Chocolate, yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably why the matcha flavour is like super strong. Really tasty. The strawberry tastes really fresh. Not my favourite thing that I've had since I've been
Too much matcha.
Yeah, it's quite overpowering. I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10.
So the next thing we got, because we just saw it come in there, was Kobe beef. Now, it's obviously a staple of Japan. Originated in the Japanese town of Kobe. A bit on the pricier side, I think, when it comes to street food and snacks. I think for a small it was 2,500 yen and a large was 3,500. So around about £12 for a small piece of beef. So that just shows you. Let's give it a try. It's nice.
Underwhelming or as good as
No,
everyone?
it's nice, it's tasty, even though it's not, you can see there it's a little bit sear. You can see a bit there where it's not cooked fully through. You don't really have to chew it, it just sort of melts in your mouth as a meat, which is what you want, especially of a premium cut of meat like Kobe beef.
I mean, the smell coming off the stall behind us.
I give it a 7 out of 10. I think it's one of those things that you should definitely try when you come to Japan, but I don't think that it's probably sometimes as hyped up as it's made to be online. Dora, which is just off Nishiki Market. We're here to try the unagi rice box. I agree with Mona, the fish is so good. The way it's cooked, the way it's prepared. It tastes really fresh, just melts in your mouth. It's really good. I give it a 9 out of 10. The only thing that I would deduct a point for is I'm sure you can find places in it that do it cheaper, but it is probably one of the more expensive dishes in Japan if you are coming here, compared to things like gyoza, ramen, takoyaki,
even sushi.
All the other sushi that usually are a few hundred yen per dish. The minimum, this was the smallest portion, this was half a portion, and this was 2,900 yen. If you order a larger one, you're talking 5, 6, 7,000 yen. So it does get on a bit more of the pricier side of food in terms of Japanese price. That's the only negative thing I'll say about it, but it is a very good dish, and it's definitely worth trying it if you come to Japan. Is it as good as you wanted it to be?
Yeah, so this dish is one that I dreamed about having since we knew we were going to Japan, also prior to knowing we were going to Japan. The fish is literally melting in our soft, as if it was liquid. It tastes so fresh, but not to the point where, it's like super fishy. And the rice obviously is just cooked perfectly, and then you've got this kind of like sweet sauce on top of it, and we also put, I think they said it was eel sauce as well. We put a splash of that in there. And your own 10. I literally eat thousands of these. It's stunning.
So, last stop of the evening, we are at cafe restaurant Gusto. Now, for people that don't know this, it's kind of, as Mena described it best, the Japanese version of Denny's. It's got sort of a lot of
it's kind of random.
Yeah,
meals.
kind of random meals. Like they have a black gravy sauce that they serve with kind of like cutlets and steaks. And the really cool part about this though is that when you order it, they have an automatic robot that brings, well, a kitty robot that brings it to your table, which is really cool. And also it's very affordable prices for different meals. I don't think there's many meals that are more than sort of £5 to £10. But there's one going past now. That's really cool. Oh, that's so cool. That's the future right there, everybody.
But we did get a few things off the menu just to try, things that we haven't actually had yet. So we got some karage chicken. But as far as like a cheap option goes, like the meat is super juicy, the fried skin is really crispy. So yeah, I think it's solid. I'd still give it a 7 out of 10. But I think we'll probably try some further on down the line that have maybe a bit more flavour to them. But yeah, it's really nice.
The other point that's really good about Gusto as well is drinks are cheap anyway. They're cheap in Family Mart and Lawson's, 7-Eleven. But in here, with anything you order, so with anything you could order a small piece of this. Like this was only a karage chicken, 3 pieces, only 500 yen. But when you order a soft drink, you get unlimited soft drinks. There's a bar up there, you just fill up as much as you want, and it's 390 yen per person for the soft drinks. So if you think of that, that's the equivalent of about £1.20 for unlimited soft drinks. That's also a very good deal with Gusto. So you come here, you've got, decent food and unlimited drinks. If you want to get out of humid weather and rehydrate yourself, then go no further. So we also got a sort of like mixed set of karage and tempura prawns. It's got a little sauce on the top. No, the tempura is really good. It's really crisp. Prawns cooked nicely inside. Again, like really solid food. Like, no problems, be happy to eat there. Would I come here all the time? Probably not, but you know, if all you want is cheap, simple eats, then I'd say Gusto's a pretty good bet. I give this one a 7 out of 10 as well.
If you're trying to do Japan on a budget, you can have really super tasty meals for a really good, affordable price.
So that was our last, well, today is our last morning in Kyoto. We're shortly going to be making our way on the train now over to Osaka for a few days. I really enjoyed Kyoto. I think it's a really special city, holds quite a lot of importance to the Japanese people, I think, in terms of its history and its culture.
Kyoto, like, is our kind of vibe. Like, we've really enjoyed it here.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun. So yeah, on to the next now.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see you in Osaka.